I think it's getting a little too late for those who are complicit.
And some were doubting you. Did you ever question, like,
No.
am I on the right path?
Oh,
By
I
saying,
never question that. Still don't. Never will. Um, God leads me to do everything I do.
Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it.
Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
you're hitting it off.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged.
Welcome back to Juicy Pulse, your daily dose of scandal and glamour. Let's spill the tea on today's biggest celebrity stories. Usher needs to be looked into, seriously. There's something real shady going on in Hollywood right now. Ever since Diddy got caught up and cuffed, celebs have been dropping off the radar like ghosts. Poof, gone. No explanations, no goodbyes, just straight up vanished. And Jaguar Wright? She's not staying quiet about it. Jaguar's calling it exactly how she sees it. And she's not sugarcoating a thing. The same crowd that used to be tight with Diddy, they've gone completely silent. Nowhere to be seen. According to Jaguar, that's no coincidence. She's saying this mess is way deeper than Diddy alone. She's talking about a whole network of powerful people who thought they'd never get exposed. A system that's been operating unchecked for years. And don't get it twisted, Jaguar ain't just throwing hints, she's dropping names. If you thought Diddy was the only one sweating bullets right now, you've got it all wrong. This whole empire might be on the edge of collapse. Now the pressure's closing in fast, and yeah, he's straight up shook. Jaguar says those powerful white execs he used to work for, they're watching this all unfold, and it's only the beginning. The dominoes are crashing down, and a whole new batch of names is about to get dragged into the light. So what's really going on with all these missing celebs? Did they vanish because they're guilty? Or are they ducking and running before the storm hits full force? Either way, it's getting messier by the second. But here's the real question. How has Jaguar Wright managed to stay 10 toes down through all this? Especially when folks who speak up usually end up silenced, one way or another. You've seen it. We've all seen it. So why is Jaguar still here? Still talking? It's simple. She's been through hell to keep spilling the truth. She's been targeted, dragged, and pushed to the edge, but she never backed down. And make no mistake, she's definitely paid the price. See, this is what they really don't want you to hear. This whole situation ain't just about clashing egos or messy online drama. It's way deeper than that. We're talking about powerful elites pulling strings behind the scenes, doing everything they can to shut down anyone who steps out of line. And Jaguar? She's the last one who's ever gonna fold. Let's get one thing straight. Jaguar ain't out here dropping cryptic clues. She's not playing guessing games. She calls people out directly. And that list she's got? It's long and loaded. We're talking Barack Obama, J-Lo, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Stevie J, Eve, and even people tied to royalty and politics. She's airing it all out with zero hesitation. And check this. Stevie J, who used to be glued to Diddy's side, suddenly went quiet. This is a man who lives for the spotlight, always chasing cameras. But now, radio silence. He's disappeared like he saw what's coming and didn't want to be next. Just look at what went down with Justin Bieber alone. And for anyone still thinking Jaguar's just out here spinning wild tales, riddle me this. If she's really just talking nonsense, why does the industry always start twitching every time she opens her mouth? Why do the same names keep coming up in scandal after scandal? Is that just random? Or is she really pulling the curtain back on something way darker than we've been told? 'Cause one thing's for sure, Jaguar knows too much. And if history's taught us anything, it's that people who know too much, they rarely get the chance to spill the whole truth before they're shut down. But this is where things get even wilder. Jaguar wasn't just the first to speak on what really happened to all the old school uptown legends, except for Diddy. She was also the only one brave enough to ask, why does J-Lo always walk away untouched? Really think about that. All these powerful men in the industry, careers destroyed, reputations ruined. Some didn't even make it out alive. But J-Lo, she just keeps dodging the mess and bouncing back like nothing ever happened. And if you ask Jaguar, none of this is just coincidence. It's all calculated. She's been saying for years that J-Lo's been involved in way more shady moves than most people can even imagine. That whole Ben Affleck 2.0 drama, according to Jaguar, it was just a slick distraction. While the world was glued to J-Lo's crumbling fairy tale, she was already ghosting from the scene, dodging heat before it could hit. And let's be real, the Diddy and J-Lo situation was never just about romance. Jaguar's been digging for the truth, and what she's found, it's unthinkable. This wasn't some Hollywood love story gone sour. It was a cover for something way more twisted happening behind the scenes. But hold up, doesn't stop there. Let's talk about Kevin Hart. Remember how he used to be everywhere Diddy was? Same parties, same energy, always cracking jokes in the background? Now suddenly, dude's gone quiet. No statements, no shows, nothing. Why isn't anyone talking about him? Why is Kevin's name missing from the convo when he was deep in those same circles? What's really going on behind the silence? And we can't act shocked, because B-list actor Vinny Buffett just came through with some scalding tea. He's claiming Diddy was out here passing women around his circle like party favors. And guess who was deep in that circle? Kevin Hart. Yeah, this ain't just about friendships and red carpet photo ops anymore. If what Vinny's saying is true, then Kevin and Diddy may have shared a whole lot more than laughs and industry plugs. And suddenly, Kevin's vanishing act makes perfect sense. Why else would he fall off the map when his name should be all over this conversation? See, that's the thing. Silence is loud. If Kevin was really clean in all this mess, wouldn't he be out there clearing his name, speaking up, denouncing everything like the others? But nope, he's gone full ghost mode. And in Hollywood, that usually means one thing: he's hiding something real serious. And if there's one person who's been locked in with Diddy longer than anyone, it's Jay-Z. They ran the game together for years. Power moves, club takeovers, chart-topping collabs, and headline-making partnerships. But now that things are crumbling, Jaguar's making sure Jay-Z doesn't slide out the back door unnoticed. Jaguar called it way ahead of time. She said Jay-Z would be the one to come after Tony Busby, the lawyer repping Diddy's victims. Not Kevin Hart, not some random side players, Jay-Z himself. And why? 'Cause let's be real, when you're a big shark, you throw the little sharks under the bus to keep your throne. That's how the game works. While the world had its eyes on Kevin, thinking he was pulling strings behind the scenes, the real puppet master? It was Jay all along. But here's where it gets even wilder. Jaguar is sure Jay-Z's not going to keep skating forever. And honestly, her predictions keep hitting hard. If her record means anything, then Jay's clock is ticking. But while he's out here trying to hold on to his empire, there's plenty of others scrambling too. Take Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, that Ellen. She proudly repped Diddy as her close friend for years. Now, she's playing Houdini, disappearing just like him the moment things start heating up. Looks like she might have borrowed a move straight out of Diddy's survival playbook. And it doesn't stop with Ellen. Nah, the list of quiet exits just keeps growing. Celebs who were once everywhere are suddenly ghosts. And the louder Jaguar speaks, the quieter Hollywood gets. Strange, right? Or maybe not. Word is, some major A-listers are lawyering up behind the scenes. Not for lawsuits. They're trying to cover their tracks, scrubbing ties, wiping footage, deleting old connections with Diddy and his empire like it never happened. But the internet never forgets. And neither does Jaguar. She's been exposing everyone tied to this mess. From music moguls to fashion giants, even award show execs who were all too happy to smile in photos with Diddy, while knowing what was going on behind closed doors. Jaguar says it plain. They all knew. And they all played their part. And now, they're panicking. Because if Diddy goes down, he's not going down alone. He's dragging everybody with him. And that's why people are vanishing, going silent, or suddenly taking extended breaks. It ain't burnout, it's straight up damage control. Jaguar's not just exposing Diddy, she's cracking open a whole system. And the clock's running out for all of them. And guess who else is staying way too quiet? Naomi Campbell. Yeah, the same Naomi who used to be spotted with Diddy at every elite party like they were glued at the hip. Private jets, luxury vacations, front row at Fashion Week, they were always moving in sync. But now, crickets. Jaguar's been side-eyeing that silence real hard. She claims Naomi knows exactly what was going down behind those velvet ropes. And if the walls are really closing in, Naomi's name might be a lot closer to the fire than anyone expected. And let's not overlook the strange timing of these coincidental health scares and mysterious injuries that start popping up whenever someone's about to get exposed. Jaguar swears that's just another tactic, a classic move to dodge accountability. Fake sympathy, real distraction. Meanwhile, all these Hollywood insiders who were so loud and proud about their connections to Diddy, suddenly, they've wiped their socials clean. Deleted posts, old interviews disappearing, even publicists issuing no comment, left and right. That's not innocence. That's panic. Jaguar's pulling every mask off, one by one. And if her track record keeps holding, the next round of names, they won't see it coming until it's way too late. But here's where it gets even crazier. Jaguar says this isn't just about the celebs you know. Nah, she's talking about the gatekeepers, the billionaires, the ones behind the curtains who really run the show. The music labels, the corporate sponsors, the executives who handed out deals like candy, knowing full well who they were empowering. She's calling out the big dogs at the top, the ones who've stayed squeaky clean by letting artists take the fall while they cash the checks. Jaguar's saying what no one else dares to. They built empires off lies, and now the lies are catching up. And if that wasn't wild enough, she claims there's a secret list, a blacklist of people who were silenced, bought out, or worse, for trying to expose this system. Names that never made it to the headlines. Stories buried so deep, they were never supposed to resurface. But Jaguar, she's digging them all up. She's not just exposing shady celebrities. She's lifting the veil on the entire machine. And if what she's saying is even half true, Hollywood's elite are sitting on a powder keg, just waiting for the next name to blow. Jaguar's not holding back now. She says this whole setup has been protected by fear and favors for decades. We're talking NDAs, hush money, threats, blackmail, anything to keep the truth buried. And the scariest part, a lot of people stayed quiet, not because they were guilty, but because they knew too much. And they were scared they'd be next. She claims the industry doesn't just blacklist people, it erases them. One day, you're the hottest name in the game. Next thing you know, you're gone without a trace. No press, no explanation, just wiped out. Jaguars beende sagt detta I år, men ingen ville tro henne. Now, the pieces are finally adding up. And she's naming even more names, people we never would have guessed. Media moguls, talent agents, even talk show hosts who helped spin fake narratives to protect their favorites while throwing the rest to the wolves. Jaguar's saying they all played a role. Some pulled strings, others kept secrets. But one by one, those secrets are slipping out. The silence, it's cracking. And Jaguar, she's coming for every last one of them, because she says the truth don't stay buried forever. Now here's where it really starts shaking the foundation. Jaguar says the media isn't just ignoring this, they're covering it up. Major outlets, big-name journalists, platforms with global reach, they're all suspiciously silent. While gossip blogs and independent voices scream the truth, the mainstream keeps pretending like nothing's happening. Jaguar says that's not by accident. These networks, they're owned by the same billion-dollar corporations that profit off these celebs. So of course they're gonna protect their investments. She claims these media giants are running interference, feeding the public fluff stories to keep eyes off the real chaos bubbling underneath. And get this, Jaguar's been getting blocked, shadow banned, videos mysteriously disappearing, interviews pulled without warning. They're trying to shut her down, but she's not going anywhere. She says, if they could have silenced me, they would have done it already. The truth is, the industry isn't just scared of Jaguar. They're terrified. 'Cause she's not just airing dirty laundry. She's dragging out the whole closet. And if she keeps talking, there's no telling who's gonna fall next. One wrong headline, one leaked recording, one name too big to bury, and it all comes crashing down. Jaguar's latest claims, they're shaking up everything. She's saying there's a secret network, an inner circle so deep, even some of your favorite celebs don't realize they're just pawns in a bigger game. According to her, this elite group controls careers, manipulates scandals, and decides who rises and who gets erased. She says this is why certain stars blow up overnight, not because of talent, but because they played by the rules, followed orders, and stayed quiet. Meanwhile, the ones who question too much? Gone, blacklisted, retired early, or worse, labeled unstable so no one takes them seriously. Jaguar's not just hinting at this, she's saying it outright. She claims there are meetings, handlers, even fixers, sent in to clean up messy situations before the public ever finds out. And she says Diddy, he wasn't at the top of the pyramid. He was just another loyal player, a face, a puppet. But now that puppet show is falling apart. And the people behind the curtain, they're scrambling. Because Jaguar's connecting dots that were never supposed to be connected. And once those dots form a full picture, it's over. Game exposed. No more hiding in the shadows. Jaguar's been warning us for years, but now the mask is slipping off fast. She says the entertainment industry was never built to uplift talent. It was designed to control it. And the deeper she digs, the clearer it gets. This isn't about music, fame, or art. It's about power. She claims that behind every major scandal, every shocking downfall, there's a hidden hand pulling the strings, contracts rigged with traps, fame dangled like bait, and once they've got you, you either play the game or they break you. Jaguar's seen it happen over and over, and now she's naming the people behind the destruction. And here's the kicker. She says there are tapes, evidence, receipts that haven't even hit the surface yet. But they will. She's working with insiders, whistleblowers, people who finally had enough. People who were there when the worst of it went down. And they're ready to talk. Jaguar's not just blowing the whistle, she's building a case. A case that could bring down everything. Labels, execs, icons. No one's safe if the truth gets out. And from the way things are moving, that truth's coming faster than anyone expected. Now here's where things start getting real dangerous. Jaguar says people close to the truth are being watched. She's hearing whispers of surveillance, intimidation, even mysterious accidents meant to scare folks back into silence. According to her, this isn't just about reputation anymore. It's about protection. She claims there's a whole task force of handlers making sure no one steps out of line. From security teams to private investigators, these aren't random bodyguards. They're enforcers, making sure people remember what's at stake if they talk too loud. And Jaguar, she's been targeted too. She says strange cars have followed her, phones tapped, friends suddenly cutting her off like someone got to them. But instead of backing down, she's going harder. If I disappear, she says, you already know why. She's not scared to blow the roof off, even if it means putting herself at risk. 'Cause for her, it's bigger than fame. It's about exposing the game. And now that the dominoes are falling, there's no turning back. Everyone watching this unfold, they've got one question on their minds. Who's gonna be next to get exposed? Diddy was never quiet about who he rolled with. He flaunted it. Loud, flashy, and completely unbothered by who saw what. He didn't hide the parties, the circles, or the secrets. So why on earth did Ellen think she could slide under the radar with years of deep ties to him and not catch heat? Ellen's fall wasn't just about a toxic workplace. Jaguar and others say the timing was too perfect. Her show got canned right as people started putting the puzzle pieces together. And then, tragedy struck. Her beloved DJ, Stephen Twitch Boss, took his own life. Some call it a coincidence. But let's be honest, how convenient is that timing? And let's talk about one of Diddy's most loyal ride or dies, Oprah Winfrey. Fans are side-eyeing her heavy right now. Why? Because ever since Diddy's arrest, Oprah has been missing in action. No appearances, no statements, no shows. Just poof. Gone on some quiet off-screen vacation. And you know what that usually means in Hollywood. When it gets too hot, they vanish. But folks are watching now. And that silence, it's raising major red flags. People aren't buying the break. They want to know, what is Oprah hiding? It's sad. But by now, we all know one thing for sure. Jaguar Wright doesn't talk unless she's got receipts. She's not out here guessing. She's exposing. So here's the real question. Why are all these celebrities vanishing at the exact same time? Is it just bad timing? Or are they hiding from something way bigger than we're being told? Because let's be honest, Hollywood loves a comeback, not silence. And when stars go quiet all at once, that's not just coincidence. That's strategy. Something's happening behind the scenes, and Jaguar's been screaming it from the rooftops. History shows us how this works. When someone knows too much, they rarely get the chance to spill everything. Accidents, breakdowns, cancellations. It's the same old pattern, and Jaguar's seen it all play out before. But this time, she's not backing off. She says she's got the truth, and she's naming names until they can't be ignored. So now, it's on you. What do you think? Are these stars running from something real? Or is this just another weird twist in the never-ending circus that is Hollywood? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay in the loop with all the latest tea. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll catch you in the next video.